Before you continue listening, take a moment to subscribe and stay with the story until the very end, because what you are about to hear has shaken fans across the entertainment world and raised questions no one expected to ask. A quiet interview suddenly turned into a moment of revelation when Xing Fei slowly began speaking about a hidden truth connected to Yu Menglong. What started as a reflection on memories soon unfolded into a confession so unexpected that the entire room fell silent. Stay with us, because the details behind this revelation may completely change how people remember one of the most beloved figures in the drama world. The day began in a calm studio setting designed for an intimate conversation about career journeys and personal growth. Soft lights illuminated the stage, while cameras moved quietly into position. The host welcomed viewers warmly and introduced Xing Fei with admiration for her dedication to storytelling and her ability to bring warmth to every role she performs. At first, the interview followed a familiar path. Xing Fei spoke about filming experiences, the friendships she formed on different projects, and the lessons she learned during long months of production. Her voice carried a sense of calm reflection as she described the challenges and joys of working in an industry that constantly demands creativity, resilience, and emotional strength. But then the host asked a question that changed the entire atmosphere. He asked about Yu Menglong. For a moment, Xing Fei paused. The smile on her face softened into something more thoughtful. The room grew noticeably quiet, as if everyone present understood that the conversation had reached a sensitive point. She looked down briefly before lifting her eyes toward the interviewer. Her expression carried a mixture of nostalgia and seriousness that immediately captured the attention of everyone watching. She began by speaking about Yu Menglong not as a distant celebrity, but as someone who had left a meaningful impression on those who worked beside him. She described his professionalism, his calm personality, and the quiet way he supported colleagues who were struggling with difficult scenes or demanding schedules. As she spoke, memories seemed to return to her in vivid detail. She recalled a particular filming location where the cast had spent long nights perfecting emotional scenes. During those exhausting hours, Yu Menglong had often been the one who encouraged everyone to keep going even when fatigue threatened to slow the entire production. The audience listening to the interview felt the warmth of those memories. Yet there was something more in her voice. Something unresolved. After a moment, she leaned slightly closer to the microphone and revealed that there was a side of Yu Menglong's story that few people had ever discussed publicly. The studio lights seemed brighter in that moment. Every camera focused carefully on her expression. She explained that behind the calm and confident presence that fans saw on screen, Yu Menglong had carried an immense sense of responsibility toward his work and toward the people who depended on him. According to Xing Fei, this dedication sometimes pushed him beyond ordinary limits. He believed strongly that every role he accepted deserved his complete commitment, no matter how difficult the circumstances became. She described how he often stayed late on set studying scripts, revising dialogue, and thinking deeply about the emotions behind each scene. For him, acting was never simply about fame or recognition. It was about creating moments that audiences would remember. As she continued speaking, the story became more emotional. Xing Fei revealed that during one particular production, Yu Menglong had faced intense pressure connected to creative disagreements and schedule demands that stretched far beyond what most actors would consider reasonable. Despite these challenges, he rarely spoke openly about the weight he was carrying. Instead, he focused on delivering performances that reflected dedication and sincerity. She explained that this quiet determination was something many people admired, yet few fully understood. The host listened carefully, without interrupting. Xing Fei then described a conversation she once had with Yu Menglong during a late evening break on set. The cast had finished a long scene, and most of the crew had already left the location. The two of them remained near the stage lights, discussing the future of their careers and the unpredictable nature of the entertainment world. During that conversation, Yu Menglong spoke about his hope that audiences would remember actors not only for their most famous roles, but for the effort and passion they invested behind the scenes. Xing Fei said that moment stayed with her because it revealed a deeper side of his character, a quiet honesty that rarely appeared in public interviews. As she shared this memory, her voice carried the emotion of someone revisiting an important chapter of the past. The interviewer gently asked whether this conversation was connected to the secret she had mentioned earlier. Xing Fei nodded slowly. She explained that the hidden truth she wanted people to understand was not a scandal or a dramatic revelation, but rather a reminder of the unseen pressures that many artists face while trying to maintain the image of strength expected from them. According to her, Yu Menglong dedication sometimes meant that he placed the needs of a project above his own well-being. He believed strongly that once an actor accepts a role, there is a responsibility to complete that journey with unwavering focus. This belief shaped many of his decisions. Xing Fei emphasized that the industry often celebrates success on screen while overlooking the quiet sacrifices required to create those moments of storytelling. For her, the real secret behind Yu Menglong's legacy was the depth of his commitment and the way he inspired others to approach their work with the same sincerity. The room remained silent as she finished explaining. Her words transformed what initially sounded like a mysterious revelation into something far more meaningful. A reflection on the dedication and emotional strength that often remain hidden behind the glamorous surface of entertainment. Viewers watching the interview felt the weight of her message. Clips from the conversation quickly began circulating across social media platforms. Fans shared the video while discussing the memories of Yu Menglong performances and the quiet influence he had on colleagues who worked beside him. Many expressed gratitude that Xing Fei had chosen to speak openly about the unseen challenges that artists sometimes carry. The interview continued with the host thanking her for sharing such a personal perspective. Xing Fei concluded the conversation by encouraging audiences to appreciate the effort behind every performance and to remember that actors are human beings navigating complex emotions and expectations while trying to bring stories to life. Her words resonated deeply with viewers. What began as a moment of breaking news had evolved into a thoughtful reminder about empathy, respect, and the importance of understanding the hidden journeys behind the entertainment industry. And as the cameras slowly faded to the closing scene, one question remained in the minds of many fans. What other untold stories about dedication, sacrifice, and quiet courage still exist behind the scenes, waiting for someone brave enough to share them? If you want to hear the next chapter of this story and discover the surprising reaction from industry insiders after Xing Fei shared this revelation, make sure you stay with us and subscribe, because the conversation surrounding Yu Menglong's legacy may only be beginning.